Hello dear student, hope you all are well. Now I am going to start computer application of class 10th, chapter number 1st, Internet Basics, part 2nd. Dear student, the first topic which I am going to start is web page and its element. As you all know, a web page is a digital page which may contain text, hyperlink, videos, audios, images, tables, etc. or a page within a website also known as web page. Web page contains some elements. The first element is hypertext. Hypertext refers to a digital text that has a unique feature of linking to other document or web pages. It is generally highlighted in some different color on a web page. When we click on that hypertext, it opens a new web page. Hypertext may be in the form of text, graphics, video, audio, etc. Then it is called as a hypermedia. Next element is hyperlink. Hyperlink is an electronic link providing direct access from a hypertext in an HTML document to other document or an object in the same document. In other words, a hyperlink offers a web user a reference to the data that they can follow by clicking on it. Dear student, might you have observed whenever you are visiting any web page, you might have seen some hyperlinks, and when you place your mouse pointer, the symbol of your mouse pointer is going to change as a hand pointing at the link. So you can say that that particular link is a hyperlink. Next one more important element is source code. Source code contains instruction about the layout and the structure of the web page. It also defines the content of the web page. These instructions are used by the browser to display the page. Next point is working of a web page. If we discuss the working model of a web page, how a web page accessed from the web server. So for that, let me tell you one thing. As a client, whenever you try to search anything from internet, so as a client we need application, and that application is our web browser. Why we need web browser? Why? Because directly we are not able to access web content. For that only we need web browsers. Now this particular chart I have prepared to make you understood how a request of a web page going through web browser to the web server. Now, first of all, suppose whenever you want to access any web page, so as a user, you send a request or you type a request inside web browser. And that request sent to the web server. As the request reach at the server side, the server responsibility is to check whether server having any web page related to that particular request or not. Once the server finds the response or the page which are going to search from the web user, immediately web server response goes to the web browser, and then web browser immediately send the response to the user. So this whole cycle complete whenever you are searching any web page from internet. Hope you all understood this one. Next one is protocols. Protocols, as you all know, these are specific rules which determine how data should be transmitted over the network. These set of rules are called protocols. Now, whenever we establish communication, we need to follow some set of rules. There are many other protocols which are used while establishing communication between two ends. Let us learn about the most common protocols that have unique features. First protocol is TCP/IP. TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. It is a family of protocols defining convenience for the communication between computers over the internet. It is basic communication protocols of the internet. TCP/IP is a two-part or two-layer program. The higher layer TCP manages the breaking down and assembling of data, whereas the lower layer IP is responsible for accurate delivery of the data over the internet. In other words, as you all know, whenever the information travels through the internet, it travels in the form of packets. And as the client sends the information, that particular information is broken into the small packets by transmission control protocols. Transmission control protocol using a technique, that technique is packet switching. It is a digital networking communication method which breaks the large data into suitable resized blocks known as packets. The IP responsible for sending these packets to the right destination, and whatever packets are packets are travel in random form. As that packets reaches at the receiving end, Internet Protocol responsibility is to reassemble that all packets as its original form. After reassembling the packets, the user can view the exact data, whatever data sent from the sending ends. So these all process will happen and controlled by the TCP and IP protocols. Next one is HTTP. Hypertext Transfer Protocol determines how different programs exchange data over the internet. The HTTP is a standard protocol used by World Wide Web. It determines how messages are formed and transmitted and what action the web server and web browser should take in response to various commands. In other words, hypertext is a system in which different type of document files such as image, sound, effects and text are linked to each other. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol is responsible for accessing hypertext document on the World Wide Web. To visit any website, we must type its URL, which has a started format the HTTP part of the URL. Singles the device that the request file is an HTTP file. For example, https://www.wikipedia.in. Next protocol is Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, HTTPS. Dear student, might you have observed, whenever you write any URL, sometime you might have seen HTTP and sometime HTTPS. In Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, this S refers security. Security means that S works on secure socket layer. It means that particular URL is more secure than HTTP. In other words, HTTPS protocol encrypts the information or data using Transport Layer Security, TLS, or its procedure for securing the data, it uses secure socket layer. The certificate establishes a secure connection for the data transmission between the server and the browser. It ensures that the data which is in transaction remain private and is not misused by anyone. Dear student, might you have observed, whatever public URL are there you observe then it written HTTP only, and whatever secure site are there, for example, if you observe any bank's URL, if you observe any social networking URL, so there you find HTTPS. So S refers secure and it works on secure socket layer. Next point is blogs. A blog is an easy to create website that allow user to share their thoughts with the world. The word blog comes from weblog, because a blog consists of a signed and dated log of individual posting. The topic of the blog can be anything from the personal to professional. In other words, a blog is a simple website. If you want to create your own blog, then there is a site www.bloggers.com. By using that site, you may create your own blog. And a blogger is someone who blogs or writes content for a blog. A blogger can provide links to other websites that she consider might insert the audience. Blogging can be an interactive activity. Readers can add comments to the blogger's postings. Other person can respond and establishing conversation between two ends. Blog can provide up-to-date news, technical information, political opinions, health tips, sports, and much more. If we discuss the types of blogs, so there are so many types of blogs. First one is professional blog. Second one is company blog. Next one is news and views blog, microblog, many more are there. If we discuss the advantages, then blog contains so many advantages. First one is it enables you to pen down your thoughts on anything that interest you have. Next one is there is a no time constant in blogging. You are your own boss and you can use that particular blog as you want. So likewise, so many advantages are there if you are using blog. Along with advantages, it has some disadvantages also. The disadvantages are, while writing, you need to be thoughtful and very much active. Otherwise, it may have negative impact on the readers. Second one is, people can sometimes prove to be rude in their comments, which may disappoint you. Next one is, you need to be very active and disciplined as a blog or as a blogger so that people do not lose interest. So these all points are related to the disadvantage of a blog. Hope you all understood this chapter. At last, I request you all, whatever topic we explain or we are going through, dear student, please try to make a proper note of all the topics. Thank you.